What are some signs that you're growing and not just surviving?
Finding yourself in a state of survival, right? Like if that's driving you, right? Like I think like when we're looking at it really kind of goes back to decision making too. Like in our decision making, even in picking a partner, are we just leaning into in survival mode in doing so? Or are we really truly coming from a place and intention of, okay, this fits for my life. This is what I'm looking for. It's genuine. And I think coming from that space, right? Because and I think when we're going through trauma, right, we're dysregulated, trauma and loss, we're dysregulated. We are we are trying to come to a place of grounding, right? So I think being able to know when we're not well, being able to assess, be real with ourselves, like, you know what, I'm not okay. I am not okay. And I need to take some time to get to the place of being okay. And when we do that, because if we're in this dysregulated space and we're just kind of out here, we're making decisions, we're moving a certain type of way, now we know we're making decisions off of survival. We're just trying to get through. Like we're just doing things to do them, and we're doing things in a way that's coming from this space of like need, want, desire, and intention, right? That's kind of how we would know is how we're moving about, how we're making decisions versus, okay, yeah, I'm okay. I'm figured out how to ground myself in this situation, certain, things. Now my decision making looks more is coming more from a place of intention. What's going to add to me? What can I add to someone else? And a lot of times we're only thinking about ourselves. Like, oh, this is what I want, and I want someone to do this, and I want someone to do that. Okay, cool. But what do you have to give to this person? Like, how are you thinking about how you're going to add to someone's life? How are you going to help enhance their life and help regulate them? We already talk about being a partner, being a husband and wife. How are we planning to be intentional with our spouse? Are we intentional about learning our spouse, or we want to be our spouse? Learning them, figuring out how to navigate their emotions and how we can be a safe space for them and be a support for them. Those kinds of things. Like, how are we building ourselves in that kind of a way? And I think when we are kind of take ourselves, we step outside of ourselves for a bit. When we get to that place, and that's when we're able to, like, okay, I'm not just in survival mode. So I'm able to think about somebody else's needs for a second and come outside myself for 5 minutes and think about how somebody else, what do you need? Like, what's going on, and being able to be open and have communication and do these things. And so being able to meet somebody else in that space, and having that mindset and being able to lean into that process is a big one, as far as letting you know that, okay, we're in thriving mode. We're not just self-focused and trying to just get through and survive and moving in this dysregulated space. Like when we're able to say, okay, I have enough capacity to genuinely lean into someone else and see what they need and what they want, be able to see how can I provide that for someone else. Okay, then maybe we're on the right track.